Hello, my name is Ajibola Tajideen, but you can call me Keeme. And today you're watching Konversations with Keeme, a show where we ask stuff and we make stuff. This season, to go with NPT and Norwalk Symphony Orchestra's show, South Pacific, which will be February 8th, I'll be there. We'll be doing beach-themed things. And this episode, our guest for the day is Jillian Duffy, who is Miss Connecticut and fourth runner-up for Miss America. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
What was so intriguing for you at 8 years old with Miss America?
So I started just wanting to do community service. I wanted to help others, and I just needed to find a way to volunteer, and that was through the Miss America organization. And then I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia when I was 13 years old. And I was visited by a Miss Connecticut while I was in treatment, and she kind of gave me the dream of becoming Miss Connecticut, and here I am.
Has Miss America been everything that you dreamed?
The experience was everything I could have asked for and more. I would love to go back. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but I've made memories that will truly last a lifetime.
For those who don't know, what is Jillian's journey?
Jillian's journey is, it's actually twofold. And so with my mission, I go and I work with people who are going through chemotherapy treatments, patients and survivors. And I try to commit them to their purpose, to perseverance and positivity, because those are the first things that shatter when you have a diagnosis of cancer. And in addition to that, I try and work with national organizations and local organizations to provide any sort of financial help or resources that the family or patients may need while they're battling cancer.
What advice would you give to those who you can't reach out to across the country maybe, or across the world, who are going through cancer?
I mean, I would say to anyone going through anything, it doesn't have to be cancer. You can sit back and you can let it beat you and define you, or you can stand up and you can fight. And so that's exactly what I chose to do. And I hope others see an obstacle and kind of use my story as inspiration and see where I was 9 years ago. 9 years ago, I was fighting for my life in a hospital bed, and I just came back from Miss America about a month ago. So anything is possible if you set your mind to it.
So, since you're studying business and marketing at Southern Connecticut State University, what marketing tips and business tips would you give to future misses?
Future, I would just say be yourself. I believe that when you speak to an audience with passion and conviction, you can make a difference, absolutely.
So, of course, you sang at the Miss America pageant, right?
I did.
So, are you going to sing the song?
I can. Has anyone ever read you a fairy tale where homes are made of gingerbread and skies are always blue, where pumpkins turn to coaches and wishes all come true?
Ooh, that was good.
Thank you.
Yay. So why'd you choose that song for Miss America?
I've been a dancer my whole life. I've only been singing for 5 years, so I mean there's not a huge array of songs that I wanted to sing. It just was mentioned to me by 3 separate people who didn't know each other, and then the next day it popped up on my YouTube as like one of the trending songs, and I said, this might be a sign, this is my song, and I decided to sing it.
As I said in the beginning, a little bit earlier in the show, and right before you just started singing, this season to go with NPT's and Norwalk Symphony Orchestra's show South Pacific, which is February 8th. You should come because I will be there. The show is about racial prejudiceness, and I just wanted to ask you, have you ever experienced prejudiceness yourself?
I have, and there's one story that specifically sticks out in my mind, and it was when my boyfriend and I were driving through Waterbury. My boyfriend's African American, and he drives a BMW, new BMW, and all his windows are tinted a little bit. His dad is an officer, so they're not legally tinted or anything like that. But we were driving, we got pulled over at Cumberland Farms, and we had to prove that the car was his because they thought that it was a stolen car. And so I think right there he wasn't doing anything wrong, and unfortunately, when I've been with my boyfriend, I've seen it a lot more than by myself.
And what advice would you give to those who do experience prejudiceness?
I would just say to speak up. Obviously, we need to be respectful in our way that we say things, but this beautiful country has given us the opportunity to speak up when we feel a type of way, because there's not going to be change if someone doesn't stand up and say something.
And what advice would you give to young leaders who would like to lead in their communities?
So actually, funny story, this was my onstage question at Miss America. And I think whether we're talking about young leaders or older leaders, the most important part is being able to understand when to lead, but then understanding when to fall back and to support those who are leading in front of you.
Wow, Miss America stole my question. My show question. Wow.
So you're already like a judge, basically.
Yes,
you're
yes.
ready to go.
I wish they would make me be a judge, but it would be silly to finish this episode without having our artistic director, who was former Miss Ohio and former Miss America runner-up, not to come on the show. So I'm going to take a step back, and now we're going to have Conversations with Kristen Huffman.
Hello. Hi. So you were the
by the way,
guest.
if you don't know, the show's idea is to decorate. So maybe you should
Oh,
decorate.
thanks.
something.
Thanks, Keeme. I'm glad you told me that. I've never actually gotten to do this before. Jillian, I was just so proud of Connecticut making it into the top 10 and the
you.
top 5. So did they give you this?
I left it there.
It's mine.
But can
it's
I-
mine. Yeah, you can hold it. It's very heavy.
Ooh.
Isn't that heavy?
I don't think
Did
ours
it
don't
look
look
exact?
like
I was
this.
going to say.
No.
Because things have changed, and I'm happy about the
beautiful.
changes.
We'll put that right there.
Talk a little bit about the changes at Miss America this year. It was big changes.
Miss America's always going to be glamour. That's who she is. But at the same time, she has so many more jobs now as Miss America. And, back then she used to just, appear and be like a form of beauty. And I think now it's really someone in your community who's doing the work and sharing their story and who's an advocate and a role model for their community. Right.
All right, I think it's time to show our work. You guys can go first.
Oh man, I'm not done. Go ahead. You do yours,
I
Jillian.
can show mine. Okay, this is mine.
That's
What
pretty.
does it say?
So it's, Miss CT right over here. We got some SpongeBob vibes. I didn't mean to do it, but it just ended up that way.
Mine is just a shell with my name on
Not
it,
just a
colored
shell.
with red, orange, yellow, purple, and pink.
Mine, and I'm really shocked that yours does not have glitter on it. Mine has shiny jewels on it.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm not sure you're a real pageant. Well, you do have it on your head, but you never outgrow the glitz and the glitter.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here, Jillian, on Conversations with Keeme and Conversations with Kristen. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure you guys go check out my Instagram, Keeme_Tajideen, and the New Paradigm Theater's Instagram right over here. And your Instagram, what's your Instagram?
Miss America CT.
Miss America CT. And thank you guys so much for watching the episode. Also, go check out nptheater.org, which is our website, to buy tickets for South Pacific, or soon we'll be letting out tickets for Footloose. So make sure you guys go check that out too. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on Conversations with Keeme. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And remember, your voice is your power.
So use it.
Keeme out.
Oh.